In this video, we are presenting the demonstration of AFDIA. AFDIA is a presentation layer upon automated fault detection tool. In AFDIA, principally we contain two web consoles, one for the test engineer console and another is test administrator console. These are two basic roles for performing testing in the Cisco site. We start our testing procedure from test engineer console by configuring a new CTM model. For this purpose, we will go on initialize page. Here on this page, we have two ways to configure CTM model. One is you upload a new CTM model, and either you can choose an existing model already exists on the server. Just for the viewing purposes, we have a set of available CTM models already uploaded on the server. But I'll start by uploading a new CTM model. For this, I need to click on this button. Here we have board under test on which we perform the testing. I'll choose B3. I'll upload a new CTM model from my file system and click on upload and initialize AFD tool. Upon successful uploading, this message will be shown on the status bar that CTM model have been uploaded on the server and AFD tool have been initialized. After this, a set of features you can entertain. For example, you can view a CTM model. This basically, by clicking on this, it contains little bit time and it will show you a Excel file which contain a set of components and test of models. For example, here you will see a set of components and set of tests need to perform on these. So this is a matrix view of the CTM model. Instead, in text file it is more visible and more readable in Excel file. And the thing which is important, you can view all the initial test set which you can perform on the board, all the components which contained on the board. For example, we have in that case, I don't know, 23 boards. This view strategy page is basically presenting all the strategy. This is very important concept. For example, this test indices 17 shows that, which is very useful, that we will perform this test 17 to get better results than 15, then 16. So this is an order of the test which we can perform for better results. So next important thing is to send request to test administrator. And here we will choose a set of tests and then we will send these set of tests to the test administrator. So test administrator will perform testing on the board and send back the evidences to the test engineer. For this sake, for example, if I'll go on the test 15. Okay, so I perform this test on the component or also test 16. For example, I send query to test administrator. Upon successful sending, you will see the selected test have been sent to the test administrator for test insertion. Here the test administrator roles occur. You go there, click on this button and you will see a new session ID have been visible here. You select on this session ID. In our case, our session ID 89. Our board under test is gateway controller, and we will go on this page. Here test administrator will perform some test on the board and record the evidences through this grid. For example, he'll say the internal the name of the test is this, the outcome is pass, and the out of server test, the outcome is fail. And then he will, by clicking on this button, he will record inserted evidences. So upon successful, you will see this evidence is sent to the test engineer. It means from test administrator console, test administrator work have been done. He perform a set of tests on the board and record the evidences through this grid. We will go back on the test engineer console and we will see that the evidence is inserted by the test administrator by clicking on view inserted evidences button. Here we will see this latest session ID. Click on this, view perform tests, and you will see that these two tests 15 and 16 have been passed and failed and their probabilities respectively. So after these tests have been performed, the important thing is to view the faulty components. To view the faulty components, we need to go on the view components and you will see, and just click on this button and you will see all the lowest probability component, which is a faulty component. You can also see the graphical representation of components by clicking on this button. For example, in our case, FIFO underscore out underscore s is a faulty component, and in the same manner you can download one Excel as your record. So this is a very abstract overview of the AFDIA, and in that way, for example, you can make a cycle to send another test to the test administrator. He will perform the test on the system on board. He will send back the evidences to you, and in that way you can see one cycle of testing procedure. In the end, it's important, before quitting from the AFDA, you have to click on the finalize button to deallocate all the resources consumed by AFDA. For this, we have to click on the finalize button, and that's it. This is a complete testing procedure and overview of the complete testing procedure via AFDIA. Thanks for your patience.